Hey guys, Short Gaming here today, and so today's video is going to be my Star Wars The Force Awakens spoiler review. Spoilers. It's a spoiler heavy video, and so if you guys haven't seen the movie yet and you do not want to be spoiled about anything, leave this video right now. I do have a spoiler free review with no spoilers. I'll put a link in the bottom. You guys can go ahead and check that out. And so, yeah. So I got my notes right here because I cannot forget about one spoiler. So let's first talk about Rey. So Rey in this movie she is not. Finn is not the Jedi. Rey is the Jedi. So Rey is now. We now know that Rey is the Jedi. She's just pretty much. People are thinking that she is Luke's daughter, and yeah, so she could be Luke's daughter. I think she's Luke's daughter. But yeah, there's a scene in the movie when Finn is fighting Kylo and Finn gets his butt whooped. When he drops the lightsaber, Kylo's trying to use the Force to grab it, and then when it flies, it goes right past Kylo, and then you just see Rey hold onto the lightsaber and turn it on, and it's a really cool fight. So yeah, that's the first spoiler. Rey is a Jedi. Also, I want to talk about Poe Dameron. I said in my spoiler-free review, he is an awesome character, and he's not in the movie a lot, but every time you see him, you want more. He's such a cool character. There is a part when they're fighting the Starkiller base, and he, here, I got my X-Wing right here. He's the X-Wing will be, going, and then he just closes, the wings, he does like that. And then he flips like this, and he goes through a tight space. And he just started blowing up parts of the Starkiller base non-stop. He was on beast mode. It was so sick. And yeah, so Poe Dameron in this movie is so cool. Let's talk about the Starkiller base. The Starkiller base, it's not as really cool as the Death Star. The only thing is it's way bigger because it's a planet. The Death Star was a moon, and then now the Starkiller base is a freaking planet. So the thing is huge. It looks different. And yeah, the Starkiller base is built into a planet. So there's a surface and stuff. And also, in the movie, I hate how they just say oh, I don't hate it, but I just don't like how they just oh, it's just another Death Star, but it's bigger. It's kind of it's like saying they just wasted it. It's not. I wanted the Starkiller base to feel dangerous because it blows up planets also the Death Star, but in A New Hope we see the Death Star blow up Alderaan, and the Starkiller base can blow up 5 planets at the same time, which is really cool. And you even see it happen when people are in the Resistance and they look up and you just see all the planet, you just see a laser and it just kind of blows up and stuff, and you just see all the planets blowing up and it looks so cool. But when they're planning to attack the thing, they're just oh, it's another Death Star, but it's bigger, man. Then, it doesn't really do much. That's all it does. So, I felt the Starkiller base was a disappointment. This is what a lot of people have been saying, and I totally agree, and I also thought about it too. It would have been cool if they find out a way, which they do, but then it turns out that's not how you actually destroy the Starkiller base, and by the end of the movie, this thing is still there. It didn't blow up at all. They haven't still blown up the Starkiller base, and it could have been there in the second movie, which would have been really cool, but they just blow it up, and it's just another. Yeah, it's all the same thing. Let's see. So yeah, Starkiller base was kind of a disappointment, and let's also talk about Captain Phasma. She is not in this movie at all. Okay, she's in this movie for a little bit, and she doesn't kill nobody. She was wasted like Boba Fett in Return of the Jedi. Boba Fett, you see him in the set in The Empire Strikes Back, and he looks so cool. And then you see him in the Return of the Jedi, Jabba's palace, and he looks so sick, and you want him to do so many cool things. And then Boba Fett falls in the Sarlacc pit. Same thing with Captain Phasma. Captain Phasma, you see her walking. She has a really awesome suit. And when they go to the Starkiller base, she just gets all tied up and stuff, and she gets forced to turn off the shield on the Starkiller base, and she and then like they throw her into a trash compactor, something like that. Like that trash thing that's in A New Hope with that monster in it. They throw her in there, but they don't see it. They just say like, "Dude," like Han's like, "Is there a trash compactor in here?" And then Finn's like, "Yeah, there is one." And then that was kind of like a Easter egg for like, cause there's another one. So that part was cool, but still, I just kind of felt like they advertised Captain Phasma and people got so excited. They have like those tall figures of her, and then when you see her in the movie, she doesn't do anything. She doesn't do crap. She's just there walking and talking like the prequels. So, yeah. Captain Phasma was kind of a waste, but now let's talk about Kylo Ren. Now, Kylo Ren in this movie, he is awesome. He's scary. There is in the beginning of the movie, and the First Order, too, they are, like, excuse me, they go to freaking Jakku. And the movie starts off. Oh yeah, let me talk about the plot of the movie. The plot of the movie is, I didn't say it in my what's it called, spoiler-free review. I didn't say the plot. The plot of the movie is Luke Skywalker is missing. Knights of Ren are looking for them, and so yeah, that's pretty much what it is. They're looking for Luke Skywalker, and they need because they want to kill him. So okay, so Knights of Ren, they go to Jakku because they know that Poe Dameron has Poe Dameron, I think it's his father or something. His father has the location to Luke Skywalker. And so they go to the village and they kill everybody. Like, in the beginning of the movie, the stormtroopers actually kill people. Like, in the originals, they shoot and they miss every single shot. In this movie, they're actually doing something, which I like. That's pretty cool. Although in the movie, they still do miss parts, but like, in the beginning of the movie, the stormtroopers are cool and scary. Like, they have the magma troopers shooting fire, like the flamethrower, whatever, everywhere, and like burning people. And it's really cool and crazy, and so yeah, Kylo like kills the guy too. He's like, where's, and Kylo Ren's voice, oh my god, it's scary. It's like Darth Vader and Bane mixed, and then there's Kylo Ren. That's what it is, and it's scary too. It's like I do not want to be in a dark room with Kylo Ren and him talking like that in front of me, interrogating me, because it is scary. And the Force in this, I know, I'm just totally ignoring Kylo Ren. The Force in this movie is great. Like, for example, when Kylo Ren kills the guy, his Poe's dad, he does like in the trailer when you see him like this, and then he like strikes him down. And then Poe sees him and he shoots at Kylo Ren, and Kylo Ren uses the Force like this, and you just see the laser stop in midair. I was like, and that was in the beginning of the movie, dude. That wasn't even 5 minutes in the movie, and that happened. And like, so that was crazy. The Force in this movie is so good, and how Kylo Ren uses the Force in this movie. When he interrogates people to find the BB-8 droid, because that's what they need in the movie. He's like, and you just hear like, you know, you hear shaking like, and he's just like, and it looks so scary, and you just see like Poe Dameron like shaking, he's screaming because he's being tortured with the Force, and it's so cool. So yeah, that's getting taken care of. Okay, also, Rey, there's a part where she uses a Jedi mind trick on the stormtrooper. And by the way, that stormtrooper that got mind tricked with, that was actually, what's his name? The guy who plays James Bond in the new movies, Daniel Craig, something like that. Yeah, that was him in there. He was actually the stormtrooper that got mind tricked. And so, but that part was so cool. Like, she has to take 3 tries to like make the stormtrooper free her, because like she's like, you will let me go and you will leave the doors open, and he like frees her. Like, she does like 2 times and it doesn't work, and the 3rd time she does it and he like frees her. And when he walks away, she's like, and you will drop your weapon, and I will drop my weapon, and he like, you just see the stormtrooper drop his weapon. That was a really funny scene. So yeah, before I get to the big scene, the really big spoiler, I love how this movie started off, and it just started off like every single Star Wars movie, and I didn't expect that. It was like, I thought this movie was just gonna start off like, you know, how it started off. But no, it started off with a long time ago, and it first showed the Lucasfilm thing, And I was like, oh, that's cool. Everybody was clapping in the theater. And then all of a sudden, you just see a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away. And now everybody was like, no, what? Shut up. No, you're kidding me. You're kidding me. And then all of a sudden, like, the Star Wars logo. Then I was like, oh, my God. Because I didn't think they were going to start the movie off like that. I thought they were just going to be like, yeah, it's just, I'm not going to do that. And they did it. And I was like, oh, my God. And then you just see, like, the word, like, the credits scroll. And it says, like, oh, Luke Skywalker has gone missing and stuff. And I was like, dang, that's how they start off the movie. That was so cool. So, yeah, that was the beginning of the movie. There is a really cool scene with the Millennium Falcon where, like, Rey... Like, no, like, this is also a cool part when, like how you see in the trailer when you see Rey and Finn and BB-8 running. They, like, there's, like, TIE fighters going by them, shooting them and stuff. And so, that scene where Finn is like, oh, we need a pilot. We already have one. And then they're still running, and then he's like, how about that ship? And they don't show the ship, and Rey's like, that one's garbage. And then the ship that they were running at got blown up. And then she's like, okay, we'll take the garbage. And then when they start running to the ship that they call garbage, it was the Millennium Falcon. I was like, oh my God. Seriously, there were so many scenes where people just clapped. And the big reveals and stuff were so cool. There's like the scene where you see Han Solo, he's like, Chewie, we're home. That part happens and everybody was clapping. And the part that I find weird is when Leia showed up, nobody clapped. You just hear like, woo. I was kind of like, because like I just didn't like how they revealed it. I kind of wish they did something like how they did with the other characters. Like, it didn't feel like a surprise. Like, she just walked up and she's like, oh, hey. And you're like, oh, yay, Leia's there. I kind of wanted her to have a big reveal because I love Leia. And then, even C-3PO's reveal was better because it was right after Leia's. Like, you just see C-3PO pop out the camera. Hello, sir. Oh, you might not recognize me because of my red arm. Like, that's how he just comes up, and everybody was like, whoa! I was like, oh, God, that was so cool. Now let's talk about Luke Skywalker. He, like I said in the spoiler-free review, if you guys saw it, yes, he's in the movie. But, he's in it for, like when the shot, when you see Luke, like, hold on to R2-D2's head, when you see that in the trailer, that's, like, 50% of Luke in the movie, okay? Like, Luke, they show that scene in the movie, and it's, like, when Rey has, like, the vision. And so, like, we find out that Luke tried to do a Jedi Academy thing. Ooh, the lighting just got bad. What just happened? Eesh. Ugh. I cannot fix this. I guess it's better. But yeah, so Luke tried to do that kind of like a Jedi training thing, and it turns out Kylo Ren was one of his apprentices kind of thingies, and he went rogue, and so he went back to kill all the Jedis, and you see that shot where you see the Knights of Ren and it's raining in the trailers. That's where that's where he's like killing all the Jedis and stuff. And so, yeah. Finn in this movie is funny too. Yeah, he's a really funny character. He's really cool. Poe Dameron, and they have a good chemistry too. Like when you think of like Finn actually got his name with Poe. Like, it's not like that was his name when he was born or whatever. Like his name was like F1 and then like some other random numbers. And I like that. Poe Dameron, when he gets captured in the beginning, he's like, oh, what's your name and whatever, and he's like, oh, my name is F1 thing, and then he's just saying his name, and he's like, Poe's like, what? And then he's like, yeah, he's like, you know what, I'm just gonna call you Finn, and he's like, alright, nice to meet you, Finn, nice to meet you, Poe, and whatever, and then they're in the TIE fighter, and they're fighting and stuff, and it's really cool. I'm trying to get all through, like, the other spoilers before I get to the really big spoiler. What else? Oh, yeah, that general guy, I still forgot. I forgot his name. I just watched the Star Wars video right now talking about the movie. And General Hux, something like that. Yeah. This guy is freaking Hitler, okay? He is, like, there is a scene where, like, he's standing on a stage and there's, like, a crowd of stormtroopers lined up. And he's like, everyone will kneel to the first order and they will feel a wrath. And he's just screaming and I'm like, God, that was before they blew up the planets with the Starkiller bases. And then, like, the stormtroopers just turn around, like, and they're just like, and then they're like, woo! And then then they blow up the thing, and I'm like, and then like, I watched this movie with my parents, and then like, when they started blowing up, when he stopped talking, he stopped screaming, I like turned to my mom, I was like, I'm like, God, this guy's Hitler. I'm serious. Like, this guy was screaming like crazy. I was like, I mean, I know they were trying to go through the Nazi thing, because I know they were aiming for the Nazi thing, but I didn't know he was gonna be Hitler, kind of, because I look at him like, that's Hitler right there. That's kind of freaky. So yeah, but Hitler. Okay, let's talk about the CGI characters. Okay, the CGI in this movie is not great. Like the characters, the motion capture. I mean, the motion capture characters. They don't look as great. Maz Kanata looks okay. She looks better than Snoke, because Snoke, he's just in the giant hologram. I guess that's why he doesn't look so great. Because Snoke in this movie, the motion capture is not great, which is played by Andy Serkis. Maz Kanata in this movie, some people say she was prequelish. I was like, I kind of liked her. She was way better than Jar Jar Binks. And there was a funny part where she's like, when she sees Han Solo, she's like, hey, he's like, where's my boyfriend? I like that Wookiee. And she's talking about Chewbacca. And she's really funny. But, and there's this part where Rey has the vision. She's like, she goes up to Finn and she's like, I see the eyes of someone who wants to run away. And then Finn's like, you don't know a thing about me. You don't know what I've seen. You don't know what I've been through or whatever. I was like, oh, that was a really good scene. It was good acting. Yeah, also the performances in this movie were great. The actors did well done. And so I don't think I finished with Luke. So like all Luke does in this movie, he just turns around like. But when you see him, it's really cool because she's climbing up a mountain. It was like this, like they went to this planet that's like an island, and it's like water. It's like what's it? Camino, that water planet that's in episode 2, Attack of the Clones. So like Luke is in like his robe, and he's like, and he has like a beard and stuff. And yes, guys, if you see my Where's Luke video, he went full Obi-Wan. He's not a villain. He's good. He went full Obi-Wan. But not kind of full Obi-Wan. He's kind of ashamed of what happened because he pretty much let all those little younglings die. And, yeah. And that other thing that I'm going to spoil, which is Han Solo is the father of Kylo Ren. Yep, he is the father. That's Kylo Ren. He's his son. Kylo Ren is his son. And he went rogue. And Luke didn't want, what's his face? Han Solo. He didn't want to see Han Solo and Leia because he doesn't want to go up to their face and say, oh, I let your son. Because he feels really bad that now that he is a freaking villain and he's not the son he's not his old son. So, and the final spoiler. Oh yeah, I like BB-8 in this movie. He is not like Jar Jar Binks. People were saying that he was Jar Jar. He was gonna be like the Jar Jar Binks in this movie. No, he was good. He was okay. I like BB-8. Okay, now the big spoiler. The big spoiler is. Let me fix the lighting. Han Solo sadly dies in this movie. Yes, Han Solo is dead, and I shed a tear. I'll be honest. I shed one little tear. I was like, because Kylo Ren, this is how this scene happened. Like, they were in the Starkiller base, and he's like, Ben! Because he sees Kylo Ren walking, and then he's like, he stops walking, and he turns around. And I thought it was cool that they named him Ben, because Ben Kenobi. I mean, I don't know, maybe that was intentional, but that's what I think. So, yeah, like, he's, like, kind of like Ben Kenobi, so his name is Ben Solo. And he turns around, and then right when he called his name, I was like, he's dead. Han Solo's gonna die. He's done. He's gonna die. And then he's like, let me help you. And he's like, he takes off his mask. And then he's like, please, help me. And then he's like, he gives him his lightsaber. And then Han Solo holds on to it. And then he's like, he turns on the lightsaber and he impales Han Solo. And I was like, I never thought I'd see the day that Han Solo dies like that, and he got into it. He's like shocked and stuff because he's like, oh, let me help you, and he's like, okay, okay, thanks for helping. He didn't think that he was gonna kill him. He thought he was just gonna help him, like, okay, here, come on, here, just rethink this, you know. And he's gonna like give him a talk. No, he was gonna help. He helped Kylo Ren become full dark side because he was not a full, you know, he wasn't full dark side. Like he was in a full Sith or whatever. He still had the light side in him. So by going full bad, he had to kill his father. So that's how he helped him, and it was sad. And then what made the scene more sad also is everyone's reaction and how Chewbacca reacts. Like he just watched his best friend die. So and then he shoots Kylo Ren, and everybody in the theater was like, "Yeah, you get him, Chewie!" He starts shooting all the stormtroopers and stuff. Everybody was like, "Yeah, kill him," and whatever. And I was like, "Oh my god, this is crazy, but it's so sad." But it was well done. It was a really emotional scene. It was well done and everything. So yeah, and then the lightsaber fight that takes place after that. Also, Kylo Ren is the Anakin that we needed for the prequels. Kylo Ren was not like he was not whining, but he was also great. There's a scene where like Kylo Ren, he rages out, and he this is how it starts off. Like I think it was General Hux or somebody else. He was like, "So we lost the droid or whatever," and then and it's scary. Kylo Ren just turns around slowly, like. And he has his mask on, and I was like, oh, crap. You shouldn't have said nothing, bro. You shouldn't have said nothing, bro. And I was like, oh, my God, what is he going to do? And I didn't know what he was going to do. And he's like, and this happened. And he pulls out his lightsaber, and you just hear him scream. And he's like slicing the freaking MacBook computer. He was like crazy. And then the dude's like, and then when he stops raging out, he's like, anything else? And then I forgot what he says. And I don't think he says anything else. I think he kills the dude. I only saw the movie once. I'm gonna watch it again soon. But yeah. And then there's another scene. It's a really funny scene where he rages out again with the lightsaber, and then it shows a hallway outside of the room, and then you just see two stormtroopers walking, and they hear they hear him raging out. They're like, they look at each other and they just walk away. Everybody in the theater was laughing, and I was laughing too. So, but yeah, this movie is also a comedic movie. It's really funny. And that's how people might not like the movie, because some people wanted to be like the originals, where it wasn't funny, and it was serious. But anyways, guys, I love this movie. Love it so much. Oh yeah, I didn't talk about the lightsaber fight. Finn gets his butt kicked real bad. Like, he pulls out the lightsaber, and he's like, and then what's his name? Kylo Ren, he's like, since Finn was a rogue stormtrooper, he was like, traitor! Traitor! And he just starts screaming. And then there's a part where he's just smacking his chest because Chewie shot him right there. And then there was this part when he was in a fight, he's like, and you just see his blood falling on the snow. He's like, ah, like that. I was like, oh god, this guy. I think it was for him to get angry. So he's fighting Finn. And then the triple lightsaber thing, it actually helps because he goes he turns the lightsaber like this. And then it kind of hits Finn right here in the shoulder. And he's like, ah! And then it's a really cool fight. And then, when Finn loses, he Kylo Ren slices his back. So I thought he was dead for a few seconds, because he was he's like, and then it was he just falls on the floor So then that's when Rey uses the Force to grab the lightsaber, and then they start fighting. And then I know that Kylo Ren in the next movie is gonna get all scarred up because he had a huge scar right here on his face or something. So he's gonna look like a Sith now. He's pretty much full Sith. He has all the scars. He killed his father. He might kill his mother. Who knows? But yeah, this movie has some questions to be answered. It left off with a cliffhanger, which is great. I'm totally okay with it. And some people might leave the movie theater disappointed. But I didn't. This movie deserves an A+. I love it so much. It's way better than the prequels. I think I love it more than the originals. I have to watch it again to see. Okay, I have to watch it again to see. So my favorite Star Wars movie before The Force Awakens was Empire Strikes Back, then it was A New Hope, then it was Return of the Jedi, then it was Revenge of the Sith, then Attack of the Clones, and then Phantom Menace. Now it's Force Awakens, and then Empire Strikes Back, and then A New Hope, and Return of the Jedi. So anyways, guys, hope you guys enjoyed this really, really long review. It's like 25 minutes. Wow. So sorry. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Go ahead and leave a like, share this video, subscribe, and what else? Go ahead and check out my previous videos. I did not go to Universal this weekend. I did say last week, hey, there's going to be a vlog for Universal, but I didn't go. But I'm definitely going this week. And so I do have my Batman v Superman thing that I was supposed to upload like 3 weeks ago, I think. I'm so bad. But yeah, I don't know when my cousin's gonna return to making videos. I think hopefully before next year, cause we have an announcement video on Friday. I think it's gonna be on Friday. But yeah. So anyways, guys, thanks for watching, and I will see you in my next video.